What sonic weapon has to do with your dreams, visions, or nightmares? Anything. Loss of memories, and so on. So, I'm Joanna Pilatowicz. Welcome you to this show. I will be talking today about not only sonic weapon, but quite a few theories that are related one to another. Some facts, some so-called conspiracies, some theories, but whatever it is, I would like to get creative with you. And this one is inspired not only by a TV series, War of the Worlds, but also Polish people who are quite often sending me emails with their dreams, requests for interpreting dreams, how to do that, and also something that collectively is keep on repeating. So the energy is dispersed in a certain period of times. They are suffering from migraines, certain period of times. So let's take a look at that a little bit closer, and I will do my best to give you some of the concrete, not concrete is actually something else in English than in Polish, some facts and some theories, and you will be the one to verify this information and get creative here. But we start together. So if you do have number of dreams or nightmares or visions are sort of a lucid dreaming form while you are awake. So basically you look at the window and then you have a glimpses of some sort of information, maybe images are portrayed in front of your face, and you suddenly remember something. So you have this access through calming down your mind and putting yourself in an altered state of consciousness. To have exact idea, I of course invite you to my past videos about dreaming, lucid dreaming, and so on. But just to let you know what I will be talking about here. So if you do have those dreams and they are repeating, so these are the same about catastrophes, natural disasters, or you are taking on the alien ships. I am now talking about what most of the Polish people are sending me. Some of them even say and send me photos. They have marks on their bodies after such a night, when they have like a cut, like a little bruises, something like that. So is it just a dream? That's my question. Or is it a memory, not only from the past, from the reincarnation? We all have this access right now inside. People start to remember a lot from their past lifetimes. They have hypnotic regression sessions, and more people have that access. Now, what if this is a memory from another time, space, or dimension? So something from the parallel world, whether it's in the future or is currently happening now. There is a theory that we are living in different dimensions simultaneously. So it's in a number of us. One theory says it's 12 or 13 of us living simultaneously in parallel worlds. As much as crazy that sounds, that's just one of the theory. Some of these people, those selves, those parts of us are living or reliving or have maybe the same life, maybe they are somebody else. But that's just one of the theory. Now let's jump into a series, War of the Worlds. And if this is a spoiler, I'm very sorry, but this is about the aliens' attack on Earth and peculiar way of depopulation and killing humans by sending them a quantum wave, sort of a magnetic field that just burns their brains. And now, to support that theory that this is possible, let us go back in time to 1970, where first articles are known in internet, and you can do your own research and find it. But I tell you for sure, this is where it started, 1970s. These were the first time when starlings were falling down. So the birds were basically falling down dead from the sky. And as many articles as they say the reason is unknown, we know by now that this is repeating in different parts of the world, everywhere. And one of the reasons is to one of course is unknown, that's what they say in the articles, but one of this is that due to our technology and the frequencies, and we are sort of like invisible net, not right now, all these waves, not only from the cell phones, from internet, but it's like a continuously access, we are online. So of course, this is something that the birds could be reacting to. We have numbers of research that were claimed to be shut down, like MK Ultra. And if you find out in Wikipedia, they do write about it, but they don't write a certain conclusions what was found out or not, but you find this information that the research was shut down, but it cost millions of dollars. So I would like to take a closer look at that maybe in the future. But this information is important just to ask yourself this question. Was there any conclusion that maybe we do not know about? And the technology is so advanced right now. We are perceiving one another's mood. Psychobiology, Bruce Lipton, Greg Braden, and many others, Joe Dispenza are talking about connection of neurons in the brain, how to rewire neurons in the brain, how to create new connections in the brain by learning new things, how to change our habits, how to create your new self, how the genetic material is no longer our destination, our destiny, not destination, sorry. It's not anymore our destiny. We can actively influence that, and this is some sort of biological technology we do have if we do pay attention to it by thought, emotion, intention. So if we can influence our well-being, if we can influence the atmosphere all around us, definitely there are technologies that can influence our mood. And if you do have a work office and you spend a long time in front of your computer, probably your health is also affected by it. And if you do not have some sort of a balance to go out into the wood and be more often in the park, you may suffer also some health consequences if you are too much exposed on this sort of electric magnetic field and so on. I'm going to enter slightly here in quantum physics, just a little bit, just so you know, I'm not quantum physicist. I am more interested in connecting this to the humans, to the psychology of how our brain works, and what can we draw, what kind of conclusions we can draw from it for our well-being, being in this world. So first of all, the neurons, if we do have this influence, we also have collective influence. So not only what we send, what we create by creating our atmosphere, our mood, going out there into the world, there is also collective that is acting on us, influencing our thinking. Sometimes, and just to give you a simple example, you go to the restaurant and there you were maybe happy entering, and then you sit on someone else's place who was sad, suddenly you're sad. So you are entering some sort of a field. Maybe this is called a field of consciousness, maybe this is a quantum field that we are collectively experience and we can draw to. So following that idea, in this particular series, there is an idea that yes, it is possible to influence our brain with a magnetic field, sort of a sonic weapon, so-called. So the brain, the neurons, the circuits maybe in the brain, they are firing and getting sick or shut down. And this is also another fact that this is also happening. It also happened. And one of the articles that I found in internet, it is from Guardian, and you can find it online. It is Germany investigates possible sonic weapon attack against US embassy staff. That happened 2021. It was more. First time it was in Cuba, 2016. This happened in China, Washington, D.C. Now, if you like to read this article, you can find it in The Guardian, but if you just use our Uncle Google, you'll probably find more than just one article about it. However, what's interesting, I'm not going to read the whole article here, because of course at time they wrote that the cause is still unknown. Is it though? So the most important thing, what I found in this article, and this I'm going to quote for you, the syndrome describes a range of symptoms including dizziness, nausea in the short term, migraines, and memory loss in the long term. That is very much related to this program called MK Ultra. If you want to have more information, search in Wikipedia. And there was also quite a number of TV series about it, touching on that interesting concept. However, if this quantum wave is able to mess with human brain, that there is a memory loss. Now let's go back to this lucid dreaming and those theories. A lot of people say it's conspiracy about we humans suffer from amnesia when we come and incarnate on Earth, and when we do go into regressing hypnotic regression, or you have your own insight, many of you report me that you do remember your past lifetimes. But also, what you're telling me now, you are also remembering your future. More and more people are writing me and telling me about remembering that they had a dream when they were in year 2050 or 3000 something. They were in the future. Where were they? Were they in the parallel world? That's of course for you to deduce, and I will give you some points here to start deducing. So if you feel you're suffering from nightmares and they are repeating, so the topic is the same, and it, number two, has continuity. So you fall asleep and you wake up to drink a water, then you go back to sleep and you continue dreaming. The next scene, that is a number two sign to take more seriously. Number three is when you do dream and you have this vivid impression that this is very real. Some of you, and I also had a number of dreams like that, have yourself in a different circumstances, just like typically theory from parallel worlds. So maybe you're single in this lifetime, but in another parallel world you have husband or wife, you have children. In another parallel world you are a scientist, in another you are, I don't know, waitress, whatever. So you know exactly the skills and you know what to do in these worlds. It seems very, very natural that you know how to do things. How to make yourself more rich in a sense of skills in this lifetime, how to draw, that is another topic. I'm not going in that direction right now, but it's possible. However, this quantum magnetic field, they write it. They wrote in the script that the quantum entanglement influences our mind, and according to the series, influences in a negative way, considering frying the brain, so leading to death. But as we know, nothing is one-sided in the universe. So if something is able to influence us in a negative way, it is also a possibility that the frequency is also able to influence us in a positive way. So healing having more insight, telepathy, connecting with other minds, connecting with collective subconsciousness, drawing conclusions, understanding more about our nature, and so on. According to the series, now the theory is that black holes are a portal. They are portals to another dimension or time and space, so-called parallel worlds. And the vibration of Earth, some esoteric people say that the vibration of Earth is now maintained higher. And, you know, if the planets and the weather affects our moods, the weather especially affects our mood, that's something everyone can feel. So magnetic fields are affecting us in a way. So in this particular series, there is a theory that if someone enters that portal, so if someone links sort of this parallel worlds by entering, changing a timeline from one to another, other people, collective of other people will sense it. So now imagine this, if you travel in time, what you are doing, it is not only influencing your action, your closest environment, but also what people are dreaming about, what they are perceiving, maybe access. It's a sort of way when spiritual teachers saying that if you do spend time in the presence of someone wise, calm, joyous, it's very easy for you to tap into the mood of that person. So in a similar way, in a quantum field, that is happening collectively to those people. So that's an interesting theory here, because now the question is, are time travels real? Are you taking the whole consciousness? Are you able to go only in the dreaming field into another dimension and world when you are somebody else and you have skills that you can draw to, you know, certainly how to do things. So for example, someone doesn't even have a driving license, but in those dreams drives and knows how to do it and is very skilled and so on. So that's just one of the theory. There are more of them and they are coming together. So the whole idea about this video is to check what is influencing us, because I'm always going to the roots of that. If you do find yourself dispersed energy, you cannot achieve your goal, you are forgetting what you wanted to do, and then you wake up 10 years later and say on a therapy session, oh, I always wanted to do that and I guess didn't happen. You forgot about it. What really happened there? You get the point. Or are the series of dreams that you're more and more aware? Let's go back to the root. What is influencing you? I'm not saying this is a sonic weapon, or it could be just magnetic field. It could be just other, you know, this net of frequencies that we are living in, the network of cell phones, television, and so on, that we know about it, but we do not think currently, you know, from day to day, that it is influencing us so much. So for example, if you do have the hearing, you're hearing high frequency, some of you can, I can do it sometimes, and when I stand at a certain point of my apartment, I can hear it in some spots and then it dissolves. It's a very unpleasant signal. It's a very, very high. It's like this beep, but few octaves higher. That I don't have a voice for telling you how to say how it sounds, really. But it's very unpleasant voice in your ears. If this is not happening continuously, it is probably that you're really hearing it I'm not talking about, you know, the disease when someone is impaired, when you need to check the hearing and so on, because some people have this continuous sound in their ears. That's not exactly that. But if you step into one point of your apartment and you're hearing that, you step back and you stop hearing that, I would pay attention to it. So now, how this is all connected? Dreams, sonic weapon, another portion of that. So we know that quantum wave is non-local. What it means in a quantum physics, it means if you influence a body, that one body that is related somehow to other on a long distance, the other body will sense that. Probably this experiment was about photons. I'm not quite sure. Here, you know, we enter the quantum physics more. However, non-local means for the esoteric people, telepathy. So here the very simple example is when the mother knows when something is happening to her children, she can perceive them even if she didn't hear the message and she didn't call. She will have a dream, she will have a certain feeling in the body and so on. That's just regular example. What am I talking about? And this non-locality of particles in the quantum physics. So one body influences another, even if one doesn't know about another. So basically here in a history, you know about Adolf, I'm calling it for the Polish people also Adolfic, because it takes away from the, you know, tragic history behind, and of course the YouTube doesn't also like this word, so I cannot mention, but I'm talking about the man who initiated First and Second World War, and he was very, very much interested in magic and runes and symbolism and experimenting on different kinds of experiments. And he was talking that time also about bunkers, and he was meeting with the people in the bunkers when something was very, very important and he didn't want to know other spies. They were meeting in the bunkers. Why bunkers? So bunkers are made from the specific material, and for now what remote viewers are reporting is that through the bunker, through the solid material that this place is made of, this frequency is not piercing through. So in the War of the Worlds, also those people who survived, according to this TV series, are those who were in bunkers or deeply underground. Now we have that in history, that some people were very interested in bunkers, not only because of the reset that modern people say is going to happen this year, that year, and it never happened, but they are preparing themselves, showing on internet quite a lot of interesting information about it. It's like they relive it already and they know exactly what to do. That's interesting. But they are advising other people to be during that time, whether it's a radiation and so on, whatever reset will be about or was about in their mind or memory. They are advising also to be in the bunker. We know, and I did a video about it, please go, I invite you to check it out, about bunkers, a number of bunkers that are along, you know, in the different countries. They are everywhere. They always were there, not only during the war, but previously they were already built before that time. We have a number of bunkers in Germany, and you can rent a bunker, you can also buy one, whatever you can afford. And there are a number of that in Germany, and there is a website for it. I probably gave you those links under that particular video, so please go there if you're interested. But the bunker, the substance of it also, as remote viewers say, it's not allowing them to go through. So this non-local abilities, those telepathy, to see them, how it looks like, it's limited there. So that is a very, very interesting to verify and to look at it. That the bunker somehow protects from unwanted influence and protects. There is something more considering influencing the worlds. When one word comes with another through the time travel, the changes are, according to a lot of theories, also according to that TV show, the both worlds seem to be influenced, affected by the action of one person. So just like I said before, what you do in this particular world right now may influence parallel worlds. So what you think, feel, affects your mood, your intention, sets the course for your day, what you're going to do, accomplish, what qualities your conversation will have with people, appointments, so on. The same way, on a quantum level, you are influencing other people. Some people say if they meditate, they achieve this certain calmness. And again, those who are in presence of those people start to feel the same. I have a number of people who spend time with me and they never dreamt about anything. They never had dreams in their life. They start to dream just because they were in my presence. And I'm not the only one. There are people who are exactly telling me the same. Once they started to hang out, that's just saying, I think, popular all over the world in every language. You are becoming with whom you are hanging out. I'm just not sure how it really sounds. Maybe it's some sort of an idiom, how it sounds in English language. So this influence goes through time and dimension. So what if this influence, our action, our thought that we are sending, and we are sending, we're having millions of thoughts each day, every day, we influence maybe someone there from the parallel world. That's a crazy theory. But is that so crazy? So if you do want to make a positive change in your life, in your environment, maybe, just maybe, you are also positively influencing the whole another part of the parallel world, another dimension, another timeline. If you, there is a method like that to send back good positive feelings to your traumatic moments in your lifetime. That's actually part of some of the therapeutic process. You can do the same to send the good energy into your future. This is what you do. Anytime you plan to do something in your future, you're sending intention. This is every time you are imagining a better future for yourself, because as we know, brain doesn't know the difference if something is happening in reality or you're just imagining that. So the more skilled you get with your imagination, the more you can accomplish, the more ideas you have. So we send and we perceive every day millions of stimulators, thoughts, emotions, collective atmosphere, mood. Sometimes you may not even read the news, but you will have a certain feeling what happened in the world. Try that experiment sometimes before you find out what happened, before you read a newspaper of the day. Feel it. Feel it. How you feel about the day, what possibly already happened, what impressions are coming to your mind. You may realize that some of the things you are perceiving. So another good example with a friend of mine. I wanted to record a video and I wanted to tell him about it. But the moment I told him about it, he said, "Oh, I was thinking about it 2 hours ago." See, so there is this connection between us already. Now, if this is connected with the technology currently maybe available, and we don't know about sonic weapon that much because we didn't create it, and there's not enough information about it in internet yet. But if there is a technology that can enhance our potentials or kill us or maintain our health, and we can do it just by our thought, already something we do in groups. There is a number of research of experimenting with groups of people praying for certain a certain group of people in the hospital, and they were getting better while the other group was not. Definitely there is a technology who can influence us in that way. So if you do have nightmares, that's just my final conclusion here, dreams that are repeating, please write it down, see how you feel about it. And so there were I gave you 3 tips already. So number 1, just to make a conclusion at the end of this video, number 1 was, if you do have those dreams that are very vivid, they are repeating, they are the same, and you have about catastrophe, about the future, about, I don't know, alien ships, or being taken by alien ships, or having to do with aliens, something like, they feel like memory. Number 2, they are having continuity. Number 3, you have a feeling that is very, very real, like you know that, and you have extra skills in them. You may be somebody else, somebody looking the same, but have a completely different life situation. And the last, number 4, is drawn from the how to interpret dreams. So the full video about interpreting dreams you will find in my playlist, Lucid Dreaming. However, the number 4, very important tip is, what is your first connotation, first impression with that particular dream? And you can now travel through all, how you feel about it, what you see, what you sense, what is first coming to your mind. Are there any particular keywords? This is my theory for now. This may be your memory from the future or parallel world. And if you do travel, and more people travel with their consciousness just by using their intent, thought, imagination, we are maintaining, we are improving, we are growing in these particular abilities together. So if I grow myself, if I do something myself, I make a road for other people. I hope you get my point here. So if I create peace, if I maintain my sense of well-being, I influence my closest environment, so I'm making it easier for other people to experience these qualities. So if someone time travel within consciousness or not, grows in particular way, spiritual growth, whatever, the scientists also, they make a path for us to make it easier so we can continuously develop our skills more and more in more sufficient way. It's easier with those who achieved this certain level of perceiving the universe. Okay, this is it for now. This is it for now. For now. And if you have any questions, please write me under this video. If you do have dreams, please write under this video. Why? Because more and more people can connect, and we can build up those puzzles together. I cannot do it myself, everything here, but I believe that in this collective we find similarities, that more and more of us are experiencing similar things. So if you do have a dream like that, please write me under the video so others can read it and they can relate to it. And the rest, my store is currently running. You can get digital art from me and on my website joannapilatowicz.com. If you do like private session, individual session about tarot, shape-shifting, understanding, also you can find the information of my website. Just write me email, please not write me on Facebook. I am currently not able to go through the messenger there, so email is the best if you would like to write to me personally. This is it for today, and till the next time, have a lovely day.